just another board game show. And on this episode, we're going to play Trois Dice, designed by Sébastien Dujardin, Xavier Georges, and Alain Orban, published by Pearl Games. This game invites you to discover the city of Troyes during the Middle Ages. At that time, society was organized around three orders: noble, civil, and religious. The first is responsible for protecting the land. The second, furnishing the goods essential for life in the city. The third, maintaining spirituality and increasing knowledge. Make the best of the game's 8 days to contend with events, open shops in the Great Hall, or participate in constructing the cathedral. You can also contribute to the construction of the city's three work buildings: the Count's Palace, City Hall, and the Bishopric. At the end of the game, the player with the most victory points wins. And welcome to JABS. We're going to play Trois Dice, and we're not really going to go much into an explanation of the game. It's not really a teach. It's just kind of play along. I'm going to explain to you things as we're going, but I'm not going to teach you, because let's just play. So I've already set up the board. These things are pretty cool. These discs here represent what part of the city, depending on how they get flipped and so on. And you'll see all these mechanisms turn. The three divisions in the city: the Count's Palace, the City Hall, the Bishopric. Each of these has its own prestige buildings are on top, and the work buildings are on the bottom. Everything is interconnected and affects the other. There's a kind of really cool synergy that goes on in this game. I'll roll the dice, I'll set them up, and I'll explain as I go. So here we go. We're on day 1 of 8 days. We roll the dice. We put them into place. On the light side is the day, and the darker side is the night. So from smallest to largest, if there's a tie with the enemy dice, which is the black dice, they go first. So 1, 4, 5, well, of course, 6. Okay, so how this works: roll the dice, put them in place. You first assess the enemy's damage to the city. In this case, this is going to attack the bishopric part of the city, but in the first round it's not going to cause damage. But what it will do is, if it's on a bonus tile, it will raid that area and destroy the benefit that once was very good, right? If I was to build in this area, I would receive one of each of those, but no, it got raided in the first go. So now it says that if I want to choose a dice from this area, it's going to cost me 1 extra knowledge. So we've assessed the enemy attack. Now we assess this. So basically, the dice go in as the colors. So this is a 1 red. It's going to cost me 0. This is a 4 yellow, which is the City Hall area. It'll cost me, I get to decide out of each of the 3 resources how I'm going to pay for that. And of course, the higher up, the 1 denier and 2 denier. But this is locked up because it's the enemy. So how does the most important thing I'm looking at in the first 2 rounds, because you don't necessarily get attacked in the city area. So what you can do in your prestige buildings, in your city or your Count's Palace area, is you build in the prestige building, and what it does is it adds to building the enclosure of your palisade, so that in future rounds, if you get attacked there, you're walled up, you've defended against it. If not, the attack goes into the part of the city that is identified with the enemy dice. So I can either go for, it's not going to cost me anything. What I forgot to do is, if you can see here, there's nothing here. So what I did is I rolled ahead of time, and I rolled a 2. And then I rolled an odd or even to denote if I was going to go up or down, and it was going up. So I'm going to quickly put this in: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. And I'll repeat this: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Now, cool thing about that, game changes all the time wherever you put that starting chronological scale, I guess. All right, so 1 will put me over here. I get to, now if I build there, I build this part, I get the bonus that I build in. So that would be a citizen. And these citizens, as they go up will trigger threshold events, and I'll get to them when we get to them. They're worth 1 point each at the end of the game. These are in a combination of how we synergistically connect everything together, and you'll see that as we play. So let's go. Now, the cool thing is, if I use this dice, there's a bonus associated to it that if I build in a prestige building, I receive, on top of the bonuses in that build, I also receive a city or Count's Palace citizen and either a city hall or a bishopric citizen to add to my citizenship scales. So I'm going to go for, I'm going to go for that. So that was a uno. So this is how we do it. I'm going to color that in. I get the bishopric citizen. I will indicate that this part of my castle is built throughout the areas. Don't judge me for my tracing. All right, I'll finish this one. Okay, did that. Now I'm going to benefit from that. So I get one of those, and then I get to choose between a city hall and a bishopric. And I'm going to choose city hall because if I can have all three of these tracks threshold this, you can kind of see it. If I can get them to threshold this third marker, I will receive a resource in each of these areas right there. Now this dice, as far as payment goes, I put this dice in this prestige building to build a section of the wall. I could have put it in the work building to generate 2 more citizens. All right. Now, I also could have, and in each case, it's the same kind of thing. You could put it in the prestige, the work, or you can just put it straight into adding resources to your track. We've done that. A lot of instruction. Each round won't be this long. It'll get streamlined. At the end of this, the tile they got rated will flip over, but because these are double-sided, and basically they identify where to put the bonus tiles, it doesn't flip. I'm going to roll. We're going into the night. Interesting. I got a double tie. So 3. This. Oh, dang! It blew it up. Okay, we deal with the enemy dice first. Enemy dice is coming at this area of town. It will immediately destroy this building, and this was, if I built in either one of these areas, I would have got an extra bonus of those citizens. But now it is 0. And I'm going to see exactly what the 0 says. This is a good opportunity to say how much the rulebook is kind of really awesome. So, braided side, this die has a value of 0. You can use influence as usual to modify its value. Well, if in the future, if any dice drops on here, it's 0. But each of these resources has a connected manipulator. The knowledge resource, I can move, if I spend a knowledge resource, I can move the die +1 or -1 for each knowledge I use. The denier, by the dice, these knowledge credits, I guess, for every 2, I can change the color of the dice. So I could buy this one for a denier and then spend 2 knowledge and changes 3 bishopric into a 3 city hall. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we've assessed that. Now we're on to this. Kind of know what's going on, so I won't over explain anything. I'll try. 3, everything's going to cost me. There's a double 5 here, so obviously I'm not going to take this 2 because it's right. I'm probably going to purchase it. So between a 3 in the bishopric or 5 in city hall. So 3 in the bishopric. These characters are end of game scoring modifiers, like in the game. In this case, if I circle this one, for the first 2 that I circle, it's only a ×1 modifier, and I write it on this side here. If I do that, I'll show you and I'll explain deeper. So I can either go there, or I can just build I think it's a chapel, and then I generate 2 citizens, which is good because it'll get me to the threshold. For a 5, I can come here. This is interesting. If I build in the prestige building, in the city hall, the bonus is for every city hall dice that I have, I generate 2 citizens. So I have 2 here. I would generate 4 citizens. That is, I'm going to do that. But yeah, I'm going to spend that. I'm going to use this 5 here. I'm going to build right there. I get 4. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I'm done. I'd pick this up. I'd flip it, but because it's the bonus tile, it's the same side. I pick all of these up. We advance the day. I roll the dice, and now we're kind of rinse and repeat. 1, 5, 6, and a 6. Oh, this is now a 0. This, we're still not into damaging parts of the city, so we could continue working on a wall. That would be advantageous. I think that's what we'll do. I'm not even looking at that because later on, that just destroys everything. So I'm going to spend, this time I'm going to spend a prestige, and I'm going to build there. Now you can see there's a diamond. If I build side by side, I trigger this bonus of this diamond. So I'll mark that one. See, I've already thresholded to the second mark, and I've yet to bring my other 2 tracks here. So let's get this quickly built. Oh, bricklayers will be upset the way I'm building this castle. Shoddy work. All right, I think I'm set. I did that, I did that, I did that. We would flip that, we don't flip that. Pick them up, roll them out. Oh. We are going to go there. We're going to go there, there, and there. Bring this out. We have a 1 in the bishopric. Interesting. We need some citizens, so that could be potential. It doesn't cost anything. 5. I mean, we were just there, but no, this doesn't count. You know what? I'm just going to go with the fast and easy solutions. You guys could probably play your deeper solutions. If you wanted to play along, you could download a copy off of the website of Queen Games and basically play along with the dice I generate. I'm going with this here. So we're going to go down here. We're going to build a little chapel. We're going to generate 2 citizens. Now here, I pick this up, I flip it. Now it becomes a Count's Palace building, and we advance the day. Now, our enemy dice will raid parts of the city if they are not protected, and I am a little worried here. 1, 4, 5, 6. Bring this out. Typically we would stop there, but now we have to assess even deeper. This enemy dice is going to attack in the 6th area of the bishopric. So we come here, and they've destroyed these 2 buildings, and also they've destroyed this opportunity for the bonus. Raiders. And it'll get flipped later. Whew, this is 0. This is going to cost me a knowledge if I want to use it. This is, you know what? I like how this is working. Not going to cost me anything. 1 red. We're going to come down here. We're going to build in the, I think it's a barracks, and we're going to generate 2 Count's Palace citizens. We've crossed a threshold to get a resource of each, so we will draw a resource in each. And of course, this resource track, at 5 in all tracks, you generate a citizen. So the idea is, citizens are valuable. They bump your markup. They bump your final score up a lot. Taking care of that. Take this, flip it, and you see how this can start to synergistically connect if there's a lot of the right areas of town open. So this goes a 1, this goes a 2, this goes a 2. Oh, boom! It raided this building. Now this costs an extra prestige if I wish to purchase this dice. All right, 1. Here's the thing. Here's conundrums now. One, we've built both the buildings. The only usefulness out of this dice is to generate 1 prestige. Not the best choice. There's 2 in the city hall. Now, I'm looking at this. If I get this and I build in the prestige building, for every every count's palace dice, I will generate 3 prestige. I don't have 1, so that's 3. If I build down there, it's 2 extra citizens. I've already got a lot there. Do I need to move that dice value? It's kind of a waste. 2. Now, I'm looking at 2 in the bishopric. This is the prestige. Maybe this is interesting. Let's go with this one. It'll cost 1 denier. We'll go with the 2. Let's start working on our end of game scoring here. So what we did here, we built our first building. Our first building is only ×1 multiplier, and that goes in the prestige area right there. So far, I'm generating 2 points. ×1, 2 points. If I continue, it's a 1-to-1 value. But I have to start building to start pumping this up. That's done. This flips, but it doesn't flip because it's the same color on either side. We advance the day, rinse, and repeat. We have a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. 4 in the Count's Palace, they crushed us. I can no longer protect the rest of this because they destroyed my ability to build there. Bad people. All right. This was going to be 0, but it's going to cost me a knowledge. I have knowledge. I'm okay. 2, I think the only other option there is to build here for some bishopric citizens. And a 5 for 2. I can afford it. Do I really need to? No. I might have to, I will spend this to purchase the 2, and I will build a chapel for 2 citizens. 1, 2. I flip this over. I pick up the dice, and I go into the nighttime portion of the day. We get hit there. 4, 4, and a 5. Let's deal with that. 1. Protected. Nothing gets touched. Nothing. All right. We have 4 in the bishopric, 4 in City Hall, and a 5. 4 in the Count's Palace and a 5 in City Hall. I can't do anything with that. And it's going to be a cost extra, so I can afford the 5. The 4. We're looking at the 4. You know what? This will cost, what can I afford? Let's, right here. We're going to go with the 4 and the bishopric, and we're going to push that end of game scoring thing. So this is in the prestige buildings, and it's the second one that I built, so it's still a 1. So I've got 1 point. But I have now, the next time that I build in the prestige area in my bishopric, I'm into a ×2 modifier on that part of town. See how that's working? Flip this. This comes over here. This is why I love this game. Advance. We are on the 5th day. 1, 3, 3, and a 6. Let's assess this enemy dice. Well, it's not protected, so let's go down to the bishopric, and that gets destroyed, and that gets destroyed. If you've already built, let's say it was a 4. I've built this already. I get to keep it. This one gets destroyed. Okay. This one's a 0. I mean, I got some knowledge to, or some prestige to swing that number. I can change colors if I want. I can afford this, but it's all destroyed. I could use it here. That's a very expensive choice. Here are my two options. 3. It'd be nice to save my wall. This already got smacked up by this. Do I protect? Do I protect? Let's do that. Let's spend a denier. I said I wasn't going to lament too much. So let's just move this game along, because I've got some drawings to do right now. My name is Simon, and I like to do drawings. All right. Did that. We took care of that. I get my little citizen, and we flip this. Turn that around. Into the evening. 1, 2, 2, and a 5. You know how this works. This 1. I could times 2. That would be 4. Interesting. And I have still a couple opportunities here before this one will be protected. Interesting, interesting. There's a choice. Doesn't cost me anything. Running low on cash. 2. Oh, my. We did just about forgot. Bang. I heard you. Don't forget the enemy dice. Yeah. Raid. Smack that up pretty good. Okay, now. Does that change how I react? No. We are going to go with the Uno. We're going to build in the prestige area. It is now worth a 2 in the work in the chapels. So far it's 2, 4 points. All right. That would flip. It doesn't flip. We're moving this. We're on the 6th day now. 2, 3, 4, 4. Let's deal with this. 4 in the bishopric. Bang! Which means they also took out that potential bonus. Those guys are evil. All right. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. It could provide. I'm getting close to this next threshold. This next threshold allows me to build a work building in my choice of the areas of town. I could get that one done. All right, I'm thinking too far ahead. 2, 3, 2. Let's start cheap. I'm so cheap. I could do 2 knowledge. That would give me this one. Consideration. 3. I could build there. It would give me 2. It cost me something. It would get me to my threshold. I don't have, so 4 is off the board. I don't have the money to do that. I have resources to do the 3. Let's do the 3. We are going to spend some knowledge, because you got to work in dos, right? So 3, let's go in here. I'm going to build a barracks. Gets me 2. I need 1 more bishopric citizen to trigger that. All right. We flip this. We pick up our dice. And we're going into the evening. Good evening. That's a 2, 3, 5. Let's deal with the 2. You know what? You can't raid a part of town that's already been raided. Raid! So, that... wrong one. I'm so silly. Trace. Guess what? He's protected. Yay! Okay. Let's see what we got. This is going to cost me an extra knowledge. I have the knowledge. It's 2. 2 in the Count's Palace. No. 3 in the Count's Palace. I'm full. And it's and a 5. Yeah. You know what? I can't afford it though. I can't afford it. This is going to cost me 1. You know, let's do this. No denier, but it cost me a prestige, and I'm going to use it just to bump up my prestige. Gives me a citizen. That's going to go there. This flips. And we advance. Day 7. 2 days left. 1. Oop. 1, 1. 4 and a 6. Enemy attack. Part of the town 1. We are defended. Defended. All right. Interesting. Interesting. This is here. That's the first thing I saw. I'd love to trigger this. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just ignoring everything else. We are going to spend a resource. We've got some prestige we're going to use up. We're going to do 1 in the city hall area. We're going to build there. For every bishopric dice, we get 2. So we get 1, 2. We trigger this threshold here for a work building of our choice. We have to. Chapel. We get 2 more. We added 2. Our score. I like that choice. This gets flipped. Pick up our dice. We're going into evening of day 7. 1, 5, 6, 6. Let's deal with the damage. Protected! Okay. This is 0. This is going to cost X. We can afford that, and we can afford that. But it does us nothing. Nothing. It can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get 3 points. Trigger a citizen. Maybe for 1 denier. 5. You know what? Let's do that. We got some prestige. Let's use those some prestige. 5. We're going to build the barracks. Now, it's in our best interest now to find that trigger, but we can still. Okay, so too far ahead. 2. 1, 2. Okay, this flips. Pick this up. We are going into the last day. It would be nice to... Oh, I can't get that. I can't get that. But it'd be nice to... No. Yikes. I need to get... And it's damaged too. Oh, all right. We're in the evening. Five and a 5. I'm just reviewing. Did I skip the daytime? I might have. Let's just play it through. This is going to haunt me till I look at the tape. All right, 5s. 5's protected. 3, 4 is expensive, but I can pay for it. Yes. Can't afford that. We're going back to here for nothing. Let's do that. For nothing, I'm going to take 3 of that. We're done. Let's go through. All right, so scoring purposes. Le Roi. All right, this one. 1, 2, 3 points. I have no multiplier here, so nothing. But 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 points. 1, 2. Nothing. 1. Nothing. We have nothing. 2, 4, 6. We have 1, 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 24. 24 citizens. 5, 6, 12, 13, 14. That is 8, 38, 23, 38. Yeah. That's awesome. So that is 3 dice.